to the Mackey Award presentation as we celebrate the nation's top tight end in college football for the 2020 season, Mr. Kyle Pitts. On behalf, go ahead. On behalf of the University Athletic Association, we'd also like to welcome Kyle and his parents, Teresa and Kelly. Thank you for joining us. And the friends and family who made the trip down to Gainesville as well. We also want to welcome the Mackey Award chairman, Jerry Mackey, who has made this trip down from New York to be here tonight as well to present this prestigious award to Kyle Pitts. Not only would I like to thank the University Athletic Association and all of those responsible for putting together this event tonight, I also want to thank the Florida Gator football program for welcoming me back and inviting me to be a part of this event as your host as well. As a tight end from 2004 to 08, some of my best memories happened 3 floors down and about 50 yards south. So this is fun for me as well. As a player at the University of Florida, the Gator standard is a constant reminder of those that set the bar before you, and it also creates the foundation for the legacy that you leave behind for those that come after. That standard has been met and exceeded by the person that we're here to honor tonight, not only as college football's best tight end in 2020, but also as one of the best to ever don the orange and blue. During an unprecedented 2020, Kyle Pitts contributed to 43 receptions, 770 yards, and 12 touchdowns. Some of us can only hope for career numbers like that. Coach, the offense has changed a little bit since those 05 years, huh? But also becoming only the 8th player in Gator football history to earn unanimous first-team All-American honors. Kyle has stamped his legacy at the University of Florida, claiming school records for the most career touchdowns by a tight end, most career receiving yards by a tight end, most single-game receiving yards by a tight end, and tying the record for the most single-game touchdown receptions. But enough of me telling you what this year's 2020 Mackey Award recipient accomplished during his time at the Swamp. Let's take a look now at some of the best moments of 2020.
It's the future. It's the future. Just watch out. Just watch out.
I always say from an early age, playing flag, I never really liked to grab the flag. I always liked to tackle. I always kind of liked being physical, falling on the ground. That's when I fell in love with offense, really. And that was something that me scoring and putting points on the board and being able to celebrate is something that I always loved. In high school, when I scored my first touchdown, it's just like the love kept growing every day. Knowing how to read coverages, knowing how to beat certain people and certain techniques to use against that I feel like are, unguardable to any position. A kid from Philly coming to Florida was kind of unheard of. I got my plane ticket, my parents came down to visit it, and I just instantly fell in love as soon as I got the plane. I was like, my glasses fogged up, I was like, this is what I need. I will hopefully say that I'm a Gator great and one of those guys that leave a legacy on this university.
Kyle Pitts, to me, he's the most impressive player in 2020. It's a nightmare for defensive coaches, and that guy right now, I know there's other players. He's the most impressive player in 2020.
20 years down the line, they could say Kyle Pitts was one of the greatest to ever play here.
There he is, Pitts. Room service. Welcome back, Kyle Pitts.
Deep on the sideline for Pitts, and he makes a catch. Kyle Pitts.
Okay. Sometimes they're just winning throws, and sometimes they're just guys that are too good for this league.
Here is Pitts. Run, young man, run. Touchdown, Gators. And Pitts got it. Touchdown. 2 defenders right there, and Pitts able to rip it out of the air for the score.
Trask, crossing route, got it to Pitts. Pitts is still running. To the end zone, Pitts, touchdown.
My goodness.
Trask Going to the end zone. Pitts has got it. Touchdown, Florida.
It's going to be a scary season.
Now at this time, I'd like to welcome a person who witnessed firsthand and also had an impact on Kyle's elite 2020 season, Gators tight ends coach, Tim Brewster.
Well, the first thing I'd like to say is that I'd like to thank Coach Mullen and his lovely wife, Megan, for bringing me and my lovely wife, Kathy, to the University of Florida and having the opportunity to work with a young guy like Kyle Pitts. And Kelly and Teresa, I believe you deserve a great hand. I think everybody can give Kelly and Teresa a great hand for the way they raised this young man. And I can just say, that and I'm going to be short here. I could talk a long time about Kyle. But Kyle was extremely well coached prior to my arrival. Coach Scott was here with Kyle and did a great job coaching him, and Kyle was very close to his coach, and it can be a sensitive situation when a new coach comes in with a guy who has a relationship with the ex-coach, and it can just be it can be not so good. And I just want to say thank you to Kyle for embracing me and my thoughts. I can be a little bit different in the meeting room. I can be a little bit different on the field at times. I'm a hard driving, and sometimes I don't drive the speed limit. But Kyle did a great job of keeping me in check and the room, and we had a blast. We had an absolute blast, and this young guy right here exemplifies everything that is John Mackey. John Mackey was an amazing tight end. In my book, growing up, Unitas to Mackey, it doesn't get any better. I'm going to date myself, but I mean, it was just amazing to watch him. And I think John Mackey was, he turned the tight end position, and I think that Kyle Pitts is now, he's a new prototype for the tight end position. I think that the position is totally evolving, Kyle, into something that is just okay. Everybody's having a hard time trying to put you in a box, and what exactly is he? Is he a wideout? Is he a tight end? All I know is this: I think he's the best football player in America, and just special in every way. An amazing young man. What an amazing representative of the University of Florida. What an amazing representative he's going to be to a National Football League team after he gets drafted on, is it May 1st, Kyle? It's April 29th. Hey, and it's not going to take long before he comes off the list of guys being drafted. He's going to go in a hurry. And, again, Kyle, I just want to say thank you to you, buddy. You're a special guy. And, when they asked me downstairs, they said, what would you say to Kyle? And I got a little bit emotional about it. And I just said, in life, you don't very often get an opportunity to touch greatness, okay? True greatness, and that's, I think, exactly who Kyle Pitts is. He has a chance to truly do something special in the game of football, okay? And what he's leaving behind, it so does my heart good seeing the other tight ends that you invited to be with you here tonight, Kyle. I think it's so special, and it's a special place, the University of Florida. Coach Mullen has established an amazing culture here of love and confidence, and Kyle, you were such a big part the past couple of years of making that happen, and so with that, I'm just going to say I wish you nothing but the best. God, stay healthy. I mean, do great things, Kyle, because you're one of the few guys, okay? And we talked about it. We said, do you want to be great? Kyle Pitts said, I want to be great. I said, do you want to be the best to ever play the game? and Kyle said, I want to be the best that ever play the game. And he's one of the few guys that can make a statement like that, okay, and match it with blessings from God and his work ethic. And you're going to be awful fun for me to watch. Again, thank you so much, man. Love you.
Thank you, Coach. Now we're going to move on as well to another gentleman that knows this young man very, very well, his head coach for the last few years, and that would be Coach Dan Mullen.
Thank you. What a great honor. Congratulations. I mean, to be here and to be recognized as the best at what you do. You know, every kid grows up and they dream of that opportunity to be recognized as the absolute best at what they do. I think, you know, the Mackey Award and you being here tonight and with this presentation of rewarding what Kyle has accomplished, and I think that is very special. And I want to thank you, and I want to thank your family. Several years ago, I remember getting hired here, sitting in a hotel room and going through our list of who was committed to us and calling you on the phone. I'd watched the film earlier that day, and the first thing that came up was, don't say, I know he rushes the passer, but just don't say he could rush the passer and play D-end. He wants to catch the ball. I'm like, all right, I won't mess that up because I watched this film. I'll make sure I don't mess that one up. But to go up and visit with you and visit with your family, and Kyle, I want to thank you. I want to thank your parents for trusting me. You know, that decision to come here is not something that I take lightly, something I take seriously. And, you know, I know you've put in a lot of work. I know everybody here has put in a lot of work, and it's just been such a great honor for me to help you fulfill your dream. You know, as a coach, that's one of the things you want to do when you look at young men. The greatest things you can do as a coach is help young people accomplish their dreams. There's no bigger rewarding feeling than that, than having young people accomplish their dreams and knowing that you were a part of it. So I thank you for trusting me with your future. I thank your parents for trusting me with your future. I thank you for all the support you've given me while he was here over the years, calling in and checking all the time. Your dad just calling in for little updates here and there. You know, right? Where's his weight at? What's going on? What are we doing? Trusting the process of everything that we did within your development. And it's been such a tremendous honor to coach you for these years and to be around you. You know, I think everybody too much gets caught up in, everyone talks about the mismatch problem that you are on the field and how fun it is to coach somebody that when you put up the X's and O's of how fun that is. But it's been even more fun to coach the person, not the X. And I think as everybody continues to get to learn and know you, and they get to learn that you might be special as that X on the board that they move around and place into positions, but you're even more special as a person. And it's been such a great honor for me to coach you, and thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Coach. The John Mackey Award is presented annually to college football's most outstanding tight end. So it's about time we let the most outstanding tight end finally get this thing in his hands, get to know it a little bit better, and take it home tonight. At this time, I'd like to welcome Jerry Mackey to the podium to present the award.
Good evening, everyone. I give an honor to God, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I'd like to thank the Florida Athletic Department, Rick, who has been very hospitable to the Mackey Award and very accommodating. I'd like to thank everyone that has attended today. I'd like to thank Kyle Pitt's family, his mom and dad. I sat in those seats before in the stands watching my son play and was concerned every play. So I know how it feels to watch a son do great things, and also the agony of watching other players try to take them out of the game. So my hats go out to the family, especially the dads. A lot of times everybody say, hi, Mom, on the TV. But I know dads are just, being one, have put in just as much prayers, just as much anguish, just as much input into the son. Not to slight the moms. Moms are great. But we also should give kudos to Dad. And Dad, kudos out to you. Coach Mullen actually figured out our secret. Our secret to giving out the award is Coach Brewster. Brewster has the most tight ends that ever won the award. So Coach Mullen says, you know what, I got a special player. Let me call up Coach Brewster and get this thing done. So kudos go out to Coach Brewster. At this time, this would probably be the best time for you to ask him for a raise. Without further ado, I'm Jerry Mackey, John Mackey's nephew, also his godson. I spent a lot of time with him, and he imparted a lot of important characteristics of being a man and being someone responsible. And I'm very proud of the selections that we have had over the years with this award, because it's not just football, it's also things they do outside of football for their community, for their family. And with Kyle Pitts, his standards is high just like everyone else, and I put him up against every award recipient as far as on the field and off the field. So that does us proud when we can find young men that have high character and have high aspirations for not only themselves, but for others. So without further ado, on behalf of the Mackey family, the John Mackey Award, the 2020 recipient of the John Mackey Award, Kyle Pitts.
I don't like doing these, but I want to first thank God, for putting me in this position. I want to thank my whole front row and my support system. Greg, been there since I was Pee-wee. I didn't even know if I was going to college, but he was one of the people who, gave me hope. I feel like I had a weird story playing quarterback. None of y'all probably expect that. Playing quarterback, linebacker, but I was told some things, made me want to transition and go to a different school. So when I got the opportunity, I feel like I took it and ran with it, and I got some exposure to be able to go away from home and experience life. Y'all did a lot. I think Coach Mullen, Coach Brew, Coach Scott isn't here, but everybody who helped me on this journey. It's a lot more to go, but just thank you. That's all I got.
So I'm going to pick you right back up because we got a Q&A. So I'm going to give you about 5 seconds to take a deep breath. It's not in my wishing, but I'm going to give you a second. We'll do a little feedback, Q&A with the audience. I don't know where to go here, Rick. I'm going to give him 5 seconds. You do a Q&A, you got 3 questions in and you're good. You all right with that? See if we can fit 2, 6, 7 tight ends in the frame. 6'6". I don't know, I'm going to have to get on my heels a little bit. He's bigger than I thought. So, Kyle, first off, congratulations. You had Pro Day, knocked that out of the way yesterday. You had a chance to place your brick this morning, and now we're gathered to recognize what a great 2020 season that you had. Leaving UF behind, right, for a lot of stuff you got to look forward to. What are you going to remember most with your time here in Gainesville?
I would say, you know, the relationships I built from when I was a freshman all the way till I left. All my friends in the back, all my friends when it was times hard, we just go sit in a room and talk about, you know, my goals and, you know, where we see each other, you know, in 20 years from down the line. You know, when we have kids, we all plan to live on the same street, so it's still some goals and aspirations that we want to reach. But, you know, just the competition coming from Philadelphia, seeing how the different type of competition and the coaching, it's a lot of different things that I learned along the way that I appreciate.
As you move on to the next phase of your career, and you talked about goals, what are those goals that you have for yourself as you begin your NFL tenure?
You know, at first I just want to, you know, be blessed with being on the team, you know, to learn the playbook, being a starter. And then eventually I feel like, you know, once I get into a good system, being Rookie of the Year, you know, that's my highest goal. You know, it's pretty high, but it's something I think I can attain, so that's something that I look forward to.
As you transition, sorry, did you lose me? As you transition to the professional ranks, putting football aside for a second, what are your main goals as you use your platform, right? As you become an NFL player, you're going to have a bigger platform. What are your goals outside of football? What do you want to accomplish in life, non-athletic related?
I just want to say, just, you know, telling the kids that it's okay to be able to go away from home and explore. And you don't always have to stay in your home state. You know, sometimes it is good, but just to be able to go away and explore, grow as a man, and learn different things that you didn't hear in, you know, in your hometown. Like, you hear different slang, you hear different types of food. So just learn a new culture.
As a Texas guy, I completely get it, bud. I appreciate you taking the time, and congratulations again. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for joining us tonight. Let's give one more round of applause for our guest of honor, Kyle Pitts. I'd like to say thank you to the University of Florida Athletic Director Scott Strickland, the Gators football program, and all of those that made this event possible tonight. That concludes our ceremony for the evening. Everybody be safe on the way home, and go Gators. Thank you.